Cool, we're live.
We are live.
Howdy,
We are
everyone.
live. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Hashtag talking mess.
Yep, welcome to episode 13, would you believe?
We think it's 13.
I think it's 13. 12, 13, we're still not really sure.
We lost it a couple of episodes back and we're now just making it up. So we're going with that.
Yep, we are going with that.
So glad you're here. So we've got the comments set up, which is awesome. Hoping that everyone can hear us again. Should we just check to make sure? We should probably.
Well, we got two people on, so if one of those two people can let us know in the comments if everything is all G, then we shall know.
Yes.
But,
There you go.
We are good to go.
We are good to go. Welcome. Friday night. We need a thing for when it's a shorter one, like, because we have our Tuesday night ones, and then so this is like the shorter version, 20 minutes. Well, we're doing a shorter one, so we need like a little name for it, like the mini or like Talking Mess Mini. Talking Mess Mini, that would work. You don't reckon that would work?
No.
Why are you gonna be like that for? Oh.
Let's see if we can invite someone in.
Does anybody? And so again, we're using StreamYard. So welcome everybody. Tag, like, and share.
Yep.
If you're watching the replay, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Glad that you are here. What we want you to do is you can't even see because hang on a second. Let me see if I can hide this for 1 second. And I'll hide that. Make sure that you go and download and listen to the latest episode of the Staunch Sisterhood podcast. You are listening to Talking Mess with Eldean and Karen. So welcome.
We'll go back to that.
We'll go back to having our little thing up here.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Scotty Collins, Miss Riri. Welcome. Again, not happy. We can't see who's here, but we appreciate you being here. Again, I believe that StreamYard needs to pick their game up because I like to see who's on here and I don't particularly like the fact that I can't see. However, I'm so happy that you are here.
So am I.
So awesome. What we wanted to do tonight, which is like a little bit different and stuff, is we want to see if people want to come on and say hello. We haven't done this.
We haven't done it, so
we have no idea if it's going to work.
It could be horrendous.
It could be a horrendous failure, but we're all about the feedback and the trying the new stuff because, we're all about that. So if anybody's watching and wants to be the very first official guest on hashtag Talking Mess, let us know. Again, we've got the little invite button.
Yeah.
We don't again, it could be a dog's breakfast. It could be entirely awesome and amazing. We're just going to hold out that it's going to work. Yep. So let us know if you want to come on.
If not, that's cool.
If not, that's cool too. No pressure. Ain't no pressure in the house. It's a Friday night. Mm-hmm. We're all good. We kind of just flow with the day. Mm-hmm. How's your day been? What did you do?
So I was doing some work at DC again here with the boys.
DC?
Shout outs to those guys. Then I was learning all about Instagram.
Oh, how did that go?
Yeah, it's actually pretty awesome.
Okay, great.
Learning more about it as a business.
Okay. Appreciating social media managers right about now.
Yeah, very much so.
Absolutely. What's Uncle's name?
Which one?
The big fella? Gary V. Uncle Gary makes it look easy.
Uncle Gary V.
Yep.
Shout outs to him. He does make it look easy. Him and his team just make it look effortlessly with knowing the algorithm and everything that comes along with it. But other than that, I fit in a little Hit Republic session as well.
Oh, did you? How did that go?
Yeah, it's pretty up to that.
Okay, great.
It was only like 45 minutes, so get in, dust it off, and then get out, and then come back here, try and set up some more Instagram stuff.
Okay, great. I left the house.
I know, actually.
It's only been the first time in like a month. Like, that's it. I actually ventured out to where there was people. It was people out there. like real people as well. And there were cars on the road.
Yeah, proud of you.
Oh, mate, I was proud of me as well. Having a conversation with someone, and then I had to go to the service station where there was more people.
How did you do
It was a big day. Let me tell you, I'm still recovering. I'm a little bit tired. I'll probably need 3 or 4 days to recover from that because, I actually had to leave the house, and it was tough. It was tough, but I did it. So I have to say I'm proud of me
it?
too.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. So I'm really pumped. I don't know how if things come up, so we say that. So Stephen Dodge has joined, so welcome. Dodge. Sorry, Dodge. Dodgen. Well, you normally say Dodge. Dodgy. But
Dodgy.
my baby. There you go. I'll just call him that. Brother Lucas, Sister Sharon has joined. Hello.
So what happens if we try and invite someone on Facebook? Does it work that way, or do we have to invite them here to get here?
We have to invite them there
Oh, okay.
because that's where the
This is
little
where we're going with that.
thing with the invite thing is going. So that can't work any other way.
That way.
So see this whole flash technology, and we can't figure out the basics of why can't it just be easy? Because I'm pretty sure that you can add people on Facebook Live
Yeah, you can.
easy ways,
Yeah.
but not this way. So never mind. Well, we'll just keep talking. If anybody wants to come on and try and help, like if you want to be a first guest, let us know. If not, no pressure as well. We're just here talking. Hashtag talking mess.
Talking mess. We don't have a topic tonight, do we?
Well, I did have a topic, but you weren't
did.
feeling it, so you just cut it down, shut it down.
Yeah, well, the topic was influences,
Right.
and then who gets to say that person's an influencer.
Right. And so how come you didn't like that topic? What was it?
I don't know. It just,
if you did know, what was it?
It just, I just didn't like it.
Okay.
I just wasn't feeling it for tonight. I had something else I thought was better on the drive back from Hit Republic, and I thought it was brilliant.
Right. What was it?
I forgot it.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
I was like, it's gonna be sick, and then
Rookie error.
I probably forgot about it.
This is why you say Siri. No, you say Siri. Send text message to Eldean. You don't know how to use Siri, don't you?
I do know how to use Siri.
Well, clearly you don't, because
Hey Siri.
if you did,
See?
well, clearly you can do that now easily. If you'd have done that, we'd have had a better thing because we would remember it. But no, so you don't know how to use it because you didn't. Thanks, Siri. So you just say, hi, Siri. Send a message to Eldean. This is a really awesome topic. We're going to remember it. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Good on you. That's just not cool. Not cool at all. But anyways. Oh, hello, Miss Mel. Mel Bolger is on. Appreciate you being here. So, you don't like that topic we did with the influencers?
I do.
Well, let's do a weekly wrap-up or something then. How about that?
Okay. The weekly wrap-up.
Yeah. So, well, it's a Friday.
Yep.
You know, like some stuff has happened this week. Like Melbourne went into... It basically, Melbourne got sent to its room.
Yep. Descended into utter chaos.
That's again. Right. The rest of the country was like the younger kids that go... You know, because the rest of the country is like, I'm so glad it's not me. And Melbourne is like gone to their room and sulk and I didn't do. Why do I have to get sent to my room? That's basically how Melbourne is at the moment. The rest of us are high-fiving. I think Queensland is like the older brother that's actually just been got off being grounded, and so they're kind of
taking it easy, aren't they?
They've opened up their borders.
Okay,
like they're letting people in. Like there were people in the airport in Sydney getting ready to get on a plane. I hope it wasn't a plane that come from Melbourne, but they were getting ready to get on the plane to go to the Gold Coast and so like they're ready. Queensland. It's like they've been
good to go.
They're good to go. They were grounded, literally. Then next minute. So Riri says that she is listening to you guys while mopping up my flooded apartment, waiting for the water cooler guy to arrive. Yes, Riri, why is your apartment, and as long as the little human upstairs didn't get wet, that's the main thing, because you're big, you can swim. Tiny human upstairs, like because baby daddy and all, you got to make sure that baby's okay. Hope that you're all right and that you're like not going to get washed away. But is baby okay? Because for the rest of the people watching, little tiny human lives upstairs from Riri.
And
Riri's downstairs.
Downstairs.
Yep. So that's pretty much how the week was with that. What else happened?
That's pretty much been it.
I want to know where the 200 new cases come from.
Could be all conspiracy.
So the water cooler pipe burst 3 days ago. My landlord thought I was joking. Was that while you were making like the snorkeling, gurgling sounds in the water, or?
Your landlord sounds like a ball bag.
Yeah, that's not that's not cool. So what else has happened in the country this week?
I don't know. Doesn't look like many people are going to want to jump on. So let's start off with the conversation
Right.
about the influences, and then we'll just see where it goes.
Well, I'm happy to have the conversation about the influence, but you need to come along with me, because otherwise it's just me having a conversation, and it's not really a conversation if I'm the only one who's talking, and you're just like, yeah, I'm off it.
You have split personality, so
well, this is true. I can have a little conversation with myself. This is true. This is true. So my question is, to each of you that are here, what makes somebody an influencer? Like, so Sharon said, do you think New South Wales will get a second wave?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that what will happen, great question, Sharon. Thanks for asking that. I reckon that it will, because what happens is everybody stays home. And then what happens is that everybody then goes out, and those who have it and don't know they have it, give it to people. And then it ends up, like we have 3 cases here in the ACT.
Yeah.
They came from a house in Melbourne. They live here, but they were in a house in Melbourne with people who had it. So they came back here. They went to the Fishwick markets for an hour, and then they also went to Belconnen Mall for an hour. So you don't know who they came in contact with in that hour, because they're markets. Like, there's people everywhere. I don't go there, but I heard a rumour one time. So you don't know what they coughed on, what they touched, and so other people are there.
None of that.
So I think that it's going to be. I think there will be a second wave. I think that people have kind of almost forgotten about social distancing, about washing their hands, like all that sort of stuff. I don't think that people are doing that well. And I think we need to be mindful, because this thing's cycling around and around and around. So, everybody's been thankful that they're not Melbourne, but if those people from Melbourne, because people have been getting through, and then there were people in Sydney that came from a flight in Melbourne that didn't want to then get tested and stuff.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So you don't know what's going to happen. So my question is, great question though, Sharon, I appreciate that. So what makes somebody an influencer?
I don't know at what level, like, so this originated, I seen a post on the gram, and there was a whole list of people who were influencers in the Indigenous community, whether it was like from across all areas, sporting stars, the influencers on the gram. There was artists, music artists, just a whole range of things. And then I seen some people who, well, not seen some people, but I thought there were people who should have been on that list. Just by what my personal thoughts, and that's where this came up with, like, what makes them on that list.
Well, Riri says by Instagram standards or in real life, because clearly there's a difference.
Yeah, there is, like, Instagram, you can, and if you're an influencer, like, in real life, what level are you influencing on? Are you influencing in a small time with just you and your household?
Yeah.
Are you a bit bigger with influencing your family, state, country, and then obviously we get a little bit bigger with that. And from the state and the country, it's like an influence on the world for change, for bad things or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much where it came up with for me as this was my topic for tonight because I just had no idea.
Yeah, and it's such a good question because somebody who's working with kids and influencing them not to take drugs or to go to school or whatever, how are they any less important as an influencer than somebody who takes pictures of their cheeks on Instagram and posts them and has all these people who are cooing over them? And then somebody else who's doing stuff like that. The other part of that is in terms of art. Who decides that somebody is a really good artist and who's not? Like somebody said, Picasso's a great artist, but yet, Sally Fitzgerald down the road, she could have been a great artist, but nobody paid attention to her. So she just kind of, and I've seen art, which is just squiggles. And it's like, who said that squiggle is art? And it's just, to me, it's really bizarre because there are kids and they're selling all these paintings and it's like, oh, this is great. Well, that 3-year-old is not really channeling Picasso. They're just scribbling and then next minute it's worth thousands of dollars. And it's like, wait, what? Why is that? So who then gets to say, yes, this is art. Yes, you are an influencer. I wanted to know, and of course he can't find the post now, which is not really helpful. I want to know who decided that people belonged on that list and who didn't. Was it based on the numbers of followers they had? Was it based on posts? Was it based on popularity? Like post reach? Like how did that?
I don't know.
And again, because that's really interesting because so Miss Riri said Tarana Burke started the Me Too movement. She is a real life influencer, and Jake Paul is an Instagram influencer. Jake Paul,
He's an idiot.
I know that. Did he do something and he cried? Was that him when he went and didn't get to go with somebody who different makeup he used? No, okay. Well, then who was Jake Paul? Why don't I know him?
Could be on Instagram.
How exactly does an influencer work and earn money? Is it talking? Oh, so this is Sharon who's asking the question.
Okay.
How exactly does an influencer work and earn money? Is it talking about a subject item and getting paid for it?
Yep.
Well, is that how they get paid?
Yep. So we're sponsored by Pump. Then I have it there, and I talk about Pump because I have heaps of people who follow me, then that will reach all of them. Plus, if they repost it, all of their people that they follow.
Right, okay.
So it's kind of like a pyramid scheme. Picture that.
Okay. And Miss Riri says, a real influencer makes you focus on substance, but an Instagram influencer focuses on material wealth. Jake Paul went to the suicide forest in Japan. Oh, I remember him now. I saw that. Yes, he did stupid stuff or something there. So there was also, I've known, I don't know if it was Instagram or if it was YouTube, where the guy, and he was wearing makeup and then he fell out with some famous one and he was crying on there. And really, it's not helpful. Riri, help me out here. It was that guy, and he had really cool hair, and he was gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he wears high heels around, and he was here in Sydney, and he needed to get out of the country because of all of the. And no, that's right. He tried to go to Brisbane, and he was in the mall there, and he was 3 hours late because he went through some emotional stuff, and it was all over the news. How did you miss that? Good heavens! Even I know that sort of stuff.
Pay attention to that.
Because it's important. That's James Charles. See, Riri knows. That's him. That's so it. See?
Yeah, why would I know this?
Well, because you know that other one.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
Jake Paul.
He's an idiot.
Okay. Well, you don't think that James Charles is not an idiot?
He's probably more of an idiot, which is why I don't know.
He has the best hair, though. I've got to say, I have hair envy. So Sharon said, thank you. That helps me a lot. I'm so glad it's helpful, Sharon.
But then if we're talking about Instagram and we're talking about say like the biggest thing now is the Black Lives Matter movement, then there were like a lot of people who were for that were doing things like or like not even so much the Black Lives Matter movement, but just in that black space. there was there was heaps of people on there. But then again, people who on Facebook have a massive following then didn't make the cut on Instagram.
Right.
So I was like, okay.
And it's really interesting because then that's when we started having the conversation about, well, hang on a second, who decides that somebody is an influencer and not? I mean, that happens all the time. Like with the, what was that BWR list, that top 100 rich people, 30 under 30 and all that sort of
They do
stuff.
it all the time. They do that with the NBA, top 10, top 50.
How do they decide who's like top 10? Is it because you could go, if it's based on like stats or rebounds or money or whatever, you could go, okay, that's cool. You got receipts, we believe you.
Yeah. Then again, like I know that with the league, it goes into like obviously the stats, but the impact on the game.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Okay.
But then again, like, if we're going off Instagram, how much tangible evidence do we have for them making like massive impacts if they're just showing their cheeks?
Well, depending on whether or not you like cheeks would depend on whether or not it could impact you in a happy way if you're happy you can see people's cheeks and stuff. But like, you're right.
Yeah.
Like what?
And then if there are people who are in the art space, like, and who says that they're making a huge thing for in that space, what boxes do they tick to be put on that list as an influencer in that space?
So Miss Ruru says that it's popularity and stats. A lot of people have been exposed for buying followers on Instagram. You can buy followers on Instagram. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why would you do that?
To boost numbers.
But if you're buying numbers, are they real?
Yeah.
Well, then where do you buy them from?
Yeah, it's not a good look though.
So that's not really real, or there are real people.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's real people, it's fake accounts.
Right, okay. Well, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's not.
So if you bought followers and you're supposed to be an influencer, then you're not really an influencer because you have pretend people following you.
Yeah. And then that's where people get caught out.
Right, okay. That's just very, very, very uncool.
Mm.
Very uncool, I tell you. I wonder if I could... No.
What?
I was trying to see if I could add you to the thing here, but no. It's so hard. We're still learning all of this stuff. We're trying to add stuff in, and it's a challenge. Struggle is real, people. Struggle is real. So Miss Riri says, Instagram offers payments once you hit 1K, so they will pay spam accounts to build up the numbers, and then more people follow because they think it's real. I have 500 followers. Does that mean when I get 1,000 followers, people will pay me money?
Again, I think you have to be, maybe, I don't know.
Does that mean I need to like wear shorter shorts and show my cheeks? Because that's never going to happen.
Sure.
So I'm going to have to get like influencer status because I have my Nana blanket on, so that's about as sexy as I get is my hoodie because it's freezing cold and my Nana blanket. So that's where we're taking it. So the interesting thing is that if they're buying numbers, then are they really influencers? So at 1K, sponsors start rolling in. Come on, 500. That's all I need. 500 more. That's it. Everybody needs to go over and like me on Instagram. Do you like me over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Go over.
Like and follow.
Like and follow. That is what you are required to do. Like and follow me on Instagram. Also,
Double tap on all photos. Brings a love heart.
okay, I don't know what that means, but go and do that. And also, the other thing that I need you to do is I need you to go and subscribe to YouTube because I have literally 5 subscribers on
Yep.
YouTube.
And turn on notification bell for notifications.
Yeah, that's really important because, like I said, I have 5. I'm not kidding, 5 followers, and I think I'm following myself. So I don't even know if that counts. It's probably 4. Are you following me already?
Yep.
Okay, so then it's 3 people. so I don't know who the other 3 people are, but so please go over and subscribe to me because what I'll be starting to do with the Staunch Sisterhood podcast as well, I will be doing it so that you can see me,
Yep.
as well as listen to me. So, because at the moment I've just been recording on my Yeti mic, but I hadn't been doing it so you could see. So what we're going to be doing is changing it as well. Oh my God! So there's 2 comments. Why am I not seeing the comments? Ah, Miss Fran, hello, Fran. We'll follow you on Insta tomorrow. Oh, I would be so pleased with that. I didn't know I had 500 followers to start with. I was like, is that my account? Like, seriously, how did I get 500 people? I don't remember. It turns out like people are following me today. Like, how bizarre is that?
Super.
You need a wheat bag too, though. Okay. A wheat bag? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Finana blanket, the wheat bag. So it's got. I'm assuming it's kind of like a.
Oh, is that the one
hot
that?
water bottle?
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I've got the the thing that has the rice in it, and you put it in the microwave and it heats it up. I have one of those. So Sharon said that she doesn't understand Insta either. I find it confusing. Look, I'm with you. I kid you not. This is how backwards I am. I went to type a post, and it turns out that you can't actually type a post unless you put a photo up with it.
Yeah, that's
Well, no one told me that. So I went to actually type, and I was like, how am I supposed to write anything? And it was like, this was like yesterday. And this is why now you're looking after this. I was like, I don't even know. As well as you're going. Now, Fran, I'm not that old. It's a nana blanket, not a granny blanket, because that makes me sound like mega old. This is a nana blanket, so that's like 60 to 80 as opposed to a granny blanket, which is 80 to 100. So bring it back a little bit. However, I make them. What exactly do you make? What kind?
Are you making the blankets, or does she make the
little wheat things?
Yeah.
I need to know because that's good to know. So Miss Riri says they create the lies with the spam. I can't even read. Spam followers account. By the time you it's gone. By the time you discover the lies, you've got 1,000K or more real people following. So they basically fake it till they make it. Oh, that works. So there's an algorithm to Instagram posting between 12 and 2 is when traffic is highest, so more people will see your post, plus it's all in the hashtags.
It is all in the hashtag.
It's all in the hashtag? Okay. Wheat bags. Oh, I would love one of those. Miss Christie, hello, darling. How are you? I can't figure out Instagram either. Like I said, I was wondering why I couldn't type anything, and it turns out you have to actually have a photo up before you can type anything. Nobody told me that. So I literally posted that I found it confusing because nobody told me that you needed to have a photo and stuff first. Which makes sense because when you look on there, you can see them. But okay. Oh my God! Did you crack your screen?
Yeah, I cracked the board. I cracked the back. Cracked the screen.
You should go and get it fixed because they can fix it easy.
Yeah, I should be right.
Oh, don't do it. Okay, so we need to post between 12 and 2. Make that so number 1. Actually, just smile. Excellent. Because you need to take the thing and crop it and stuff. I don't know. You're going to do something with that. See, I can see that. You know that I can see the eye closed thing, right?
Yes.
Can you not do
It's that painful.
It's not painful.
It is painful.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, it's not that painful. Why? It's hard to find. It's hard to find good help. I tell you.
Oh, it's not bad.
Oh my goodness me! Hello, Miss Vivian. How are you? Fantastic. Well, I'm so glad that so many of you have joined us here on this Friday night to talk about fake influencers and.
It's really big on to talk mess a little bit about.
Well, the whole show is talking mess. Like seriously, that's part of what we do is talking mess. Occasionally we talk about interesting stuff, but the concept of it was mess. And this is still an interesting thing because fake influencers is not a cool thing. Because some of y'all are trying to follow fakers. Like you're following, well, probably not anybody here because we're all too old and stuff. Although Riri's young, so she's probably got it. But the rest of us are just kind of like, well, I don't even understand the whole thing. So we kind of have space around that not fake thing. But some of you are all trying to, what are you doing?
I'm trying to invite someone.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just going to try it.
Hey, how? You don't even know?
I don't know, didn't you do it?
No, because it wouldn't work.
Copy messenger. Are we still on StreamYard? StreamYard here? But,
yeah.
Okay, we're still going. If I go, nope, that's not it.
I don't know why it doesn't come up with people's names. It doesn't work. So you can't even, send it.
Well,
that's why it's stupid.
What about if we just do this here? Look, boom.
But it's still going to have the same challenge.
No, we'll close that. Wait one. Here.
Oh, we're trying to be like super tricky now, like we are in the Tricksterville. Yeah. We are like trickers of the ville. I'm flat out keeping up with Facebook, let alone any other stuff. Sharon, I'm with you. I believe that there shouldn't be so many things because
well, there's heaps of platforms.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like there should
Facebook,
only allow
Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn,
WhatsApp.
Periscope.
Periscope.
Periscope is.
Periscope isn't that like the Facebook's poor cousin or Instagram's poor cousin? I remember.
Tumblr was all. Tumblr was there for a quick minute.
That's where the madness starts. Influencers' lives look enticing, so people will go to all lengths to fill. Yep, absolutely.
Like it's like you said before, Sissy. It's that fake it till you make it, and then once you've made it, you're there.
That's right, and you're not kind of really there because it's a fakey fake.
Yeah.
Fakey fake. So, nothing's happening. So yeah, it's TikTok.
No. But it's blowing up though. It's absolutely blowing up right now. Everyone's TikToking and it's.
Well, it's owned by China, so if you're on there, sending all they're looking at banning it here in Australia because it's owned by the Chinese. So all your details, not that they're not already going everywhere because Mark gave all of our details to some university or whatever before, and you know that the government is following us, but China getting all your details and stuff. But go on, then you just keep going.
Well, that's the reason why they start. Like, as if they didn't do that before when they were doing the face scan for.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Snapchat.
And y'all don't think that we get onto Facebook and stuff like this, and this gets streamed all the way around the world, and there are satellites that it bounces off, and you don't think that those satellites happen to be positioned in a certain space to make it easier for said information to be beamed everywhere so that people can get the information. Like, are we really that naive to think that?
Yeah, of course.
You know, like this is a $1 billion thing. But no, look, you just get on and dance. That's what it's all about. We should dance on TikTok. We do the little do, and we can do the do. Like that would be so fun because I see old people dance on TikTok and they don't have TikTok and they have
Not TikTok.
not TikTok.
TikTok,
That's
okay.
it. Yep, that's a new one that we're starting.
We're not. We're definitely not starting that up.
They dance and they have no rhythm and they get thousands of views and shares. So we need to be able to do that one time. Because I have rhythm and you don't, but that's okay because like it doesn't matter if you have rhythm or not.
Sure.
And the coordination of stuff doesn't matter either.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay.
I don't know how.
We don't even know
We don't know
how.
how. We don't know what's going
That's like the coordination of stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn this down because I'm.
Is it there or is it?
Okay. Hey guys.
Ooh, what's going on?
Chilling. You guys have called me at a great time.
You got us at a great time.
Thanks.
Oh, I love the hair. Welcome as our very first guest to hashtag Talking Mess. We had no idea how to do it, so we're actually really impressed by the fact
It was
that
the link to
Yeah,
Eldean.
right, see?
Yeah. So it like lets you set it up. So you have to like turn on your camera, turn on your mic, accept it. Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, excellent. Okay. This is so cool. So smile. Excellent.
Awesome.
Because we need to save that as a
Brilliant.
tag thing that has to be cut and then put on Facebook, on Instagram as well. Like you need to.
So when we blow up, you're gonna be like, remember that time?
Remember that I was the first guest.
Thanks.
Fantastic. Oh. So are you not drowning with your
No. So basically it's been flooded for 3 days. He came over, so he thought I was lying about a lot of things. He's been really nice. But like we had so I heard like sounds of rats in the bathtub and he was like, there can't be rats though. And I'm like, okay, so it's in my head. But then he sent the exterminator because I opened the door while the flooding was happening to check the levels. And there was like a gigantic rat just chilling. And I was like, oh, you're real. Okay, I'll go shut the door. And then like shut the door and then wait, so there really are rats? I'm like, yeah, apparently, it's a thing. Then he came, and saw the flooding, and was like, oh, it's not a puddle, it's like real flooding. Because like, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm not lying. I know it seems like I am, but I'm not. But then so I feel like now he'll believe me when I say things. He won't be so quick to be like, okay, sure.
Flooding is not really something to joke about.
No, because you know what it is? I'm like, I thought my apartment had like rats in like above my stove because I didn't realize that when the wind blows, it makes my stove like make sounds. Like it goes clackety clack. It echoes. So like when that happened, I called him up and was like, there's rats in the stove. And he like ran down, but there were no rats. So from that, he was like, okay, she's just hysterical. But I'm not hysterical. There were rats.
There were rats. Excellent.
Yeah.
So what time is it there?
Yes.
It is 7:42 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed, one, that you're awake, but two, that you look so fabulous at this hour of the morning.
Kill them.
And then three, that you're actually on. Like,
I wake up at 5. My body clock naturally wakes up at 5. I don't think I've ever recovered from jet lag from like Hollywood time. But like, I'm completely broken.
You're still back there.
That's it. Now you just can't wake up at 5 o'clock.
What it is.
I heard a rumor that there was 5 a.m., but I don't know. That's
But apparently, if you wake up at 5 a.m., you're more productive because you get like you kickstart the day right. So like from 5 a.m., you get a lot more stuff done.
That would work, but by 12 o'clock I'm ripped and then asleep, so the rest of the day is gone. So it's kind of like, that's hard. I get 3 hours work done and then I'm done for the rest of the day.
I'm up at 5. I start writing. Then I'll do like some exercise, do some like just be crazy, switch things up sometimes. Go and with the baby, keep the babies awake. Go down there. Really fun. Really fun.
Sounds
awesome.
Fun. Sounds fun. Excellent. I'm so happy that you're here. This has been wonderful.
Thank you for having me.
That's so good. So now we know how to do it. We need to give people time to come on because you need to set this up. Did it take long to set up?
No, like literally once you click the link, it kind of puts you through. Like you don't even have to download anything. It takes you straight to, and then it just asks if you have like a mic, a camera. Then it asks you to test that, and then you click like the respond one, and then it's waiting for you guys to accept it.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's right. Because we saw you come up, and it's like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I feel so special.
You are so special. You are like special because you are the first one. Where are you going?
No, I'm just going to
Oh, I was like, this is
you're special, but I'm bounced.
That's it. I really like you and stuff, but I'm off you now. That's funny.
So how did she find out about the whole Instagram thing?
So how did you know about Charles Jake or Jake Charles?
Basically, I do. So one of the many career choices I had was in a social media like manager. Basically, that just meant like for different companies, I would basically grow their social media accounts.
That's sick.
Oh my God, we need Riri to grow our social media account.
I couldn't.
I come in here, Riri, try and steal my job. That's all I got.
She can teach you because you posted it in form.
The way the algorithm works is you basically have to study the different apps to know, like, to figure out when the most, like, the times of popularity come about. So with Instagram, 12 to 2 tends to be the biggest, like, traffic influx, where there are a lot more people online because it's usually break time at work. They're just about on their way home. So it's usually 12 and 6, but 12 and 2 is when it's high traffic. So if you post a picture or a video with really catchy hashtags within 12 and 2, people tend to pick up on it. So they'll either copy the hashtags, which will then send people back to you, or they will basically just like the post and continue to share the post. So the more it grows, the more people see it.
Right, okay, awesome. I tried to tell you.
So like you'll find if you like go through Instagram and you go through people's hashtags, if you really read the hashtags, you'll notice that some of the hashtags are like have nothing to do with the post. So you'll see some that say like for like or follow for follow. So you'll see like a lot of people who tend to have like a billion followers because they follow a billion people, or they'll do the trick where they do follow for follow, where you follow a billion people, so they follow you, and then when they follow you, you unfollow them because your numbers keep boosting.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty dodgy.
That's if you look at a lot of celebrity accounts, you'll notice that a lot of celebrity accounts tend to have more followers than they're following people because they do the same thing. So they'll follow you to unfollow you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
There's like so much like science to it that it's social media. That's why I had to get out of it because there were so many people. I did it for a lifestyle company, and they literally were selling this lifestyle that I'm like, it's not real. It's like when they put cookie dough in the oven before you come over to see an apartment to make it smell more homey. So you're like, oh, this actually, I can see myself living here. That's what it is.
So does that mean that you can help me start a campaign to get my Microsoft email account back? Because they locked me out. It's been 2 weeks. I'm still trying to get access to my account. I want to start a campaign, #reinstate my account, so that I can get back in because I've had that account for 20 years. I'm attached to it and I need to get back into it. Please don't laugh because I gave up 3 years ago. I want to get back in.
I love that that's the first movement you want. Like,
yeah,
that's my movement.
We're not trying to kill cancer. We're just trying to get it.
He's like, we're going to Microsoft. I love that thing.
I tagged Microsoft on Twitter.
Yeah.
I did Microsoft Security and Microsoft Help, and I messaged both of them. They're no help at all.
There are bots on Twitter that if you actually want to go after a specific company, they will actually retweet. So they scour Twitter and look for people who have issues with actual companies, and they retweet it. So the tweets have to be super aggressive. You won't get a response if they're like, "Hi, Microsoft. I was really hoping you'd like explain. You've got to be like, Microsoft are trash. If you use Microsoft, don't use them. I had to put a baby," because that's when they'll hit you up, and you know you succeeded when they like send you a response, and they're like, "Hi. We're so sorry to hear what's going on with you. Please respond in our DM, and we'll fix the issue for you." That's how you've hit a nerve.
Well, you've got to turn it up. So I should say that I'm like suffering mental illness.
Yeah, you got to like go big. You got to go
big. Okay.
You want it to be a thing where like people read it and they're like, "How could you, Microsoft?
How could you lock me out of my account?"
Well, I was on the string.
I was thinking, because it is the account, and it's not a lie, but it is the account that I use for ordering Brian's life-saving medical supplies.
So then
And they've locked me out of this account, so I can't order it from that account.
So
He
if
could
you
die
want
without
to
that.
blow up, you would be like, Microsoft is trying to kill my husband.
There you go.
And then that's the society we live in. People don't respond to like, oh, like, hey, I need help. I don't like this is what it's for. They respond to like straight up like you're a murderer. Then they're like, oh, Microsoft are murderers.
Microsoft are trying to murder my husband. I love it. I love it. I can post pictures of him with the bag and stuff, dialysis machine. Like I can do all of that.
You'll get so many more followers, especially if Black Twitter picks it up, because Black Twitter is an actual thing. So if Black Twitter picks it up, it's a wrap.
We need to have a conversation about this offline because we need to start this movement. We need to start the movement of hashtag stop killing my husband. Hashtag Bill, you're a murderer. Like that's it. Yep, that's right. Yep, I'm telling you right now. It's just like we'll be on the news because Bill was trying to kill my husband. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
If you post it right now, especially with coronavirus, it will actually pick up a lot more traction because
don't tell them these things.
No, because if you recall, people have actually been accusing like Phil of being part of coronavirus and creating it because he predicted it 5 years prior. So
on TED Talks.
Yeah, but that's the joke of it though. I feel like a lot of people didn't actually watch the actual TED Talk because if he did, it would make a lot more sense. He literally was saying that society has been through so much already that it only makes sense that the next possible thing to take us down would be this because it's like a cycle basically. So like the Black Plague or the bubonic plague in London, the reason why it took off so much is because when it hit, people were told to stay at home, except they decided to leave their houses and go party in the streets. And that's why so many people died from the Black Plague. So it's one of those things where we're literally watching history repeat itself again, where people have been told there's a pandemic, people are dying. And they're like, but why can't they stay home?
No.
And he probably orchestrated to lock me out of my account that my husband knew. He knew. And because with the flip of the switch, he could give me back my account, but he doesn't. He's trying to kill my husband. I'm telling you right now, like I can see it.
He knows that you and Brian, if you have access to that account, it's things down. So that's what it is. That's why he's locked you out. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's it.
I wasn't supposed to do it. They're going to be coming through the door any minute. Huh?
SWAT.
That's exactly right. That's right.
My door down. They're going to be like, you said too much.
You don't want it like Epstein.
If anything happens, I'm glad we're live.
Yeah.
That's funny. We definitely need to connect so that we can get the hashtag stop killing my husband because I'm telling you, that's it. Because I have filled out the reinstatement form at least 100 times and they still won't give me back my. So that's I'm just going to go with it. He's killing Brian. That's it. Yep, that's it.
We're going to play the game.
Yep, that's right. It's like who's killing Brian? It's Bill. That's it. So I'm telling you.
Oh, God.
It's such a great morning laugh. I love it.
This took such a left turn. Like it was
back to the influencer.
It was meant to be like
technically it's on topic because Bill Gates would then be a real life influencer, wouldn't he?
That's right. And he is an influencer and he can influence me getting my account back and stopping to kill my husband. And he's choosing not to.
Yola Tribute.
Like I'm saying.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
I know, right?
We've succeeded in capitalizing on like the insecurities of human beings. That's what it is. Yeah. That's what influencers do. They capitalize on the insecurities of human beings. That's
exactly right. Well, if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. I'm just saying. You know, because I have loyalty. I have brand loyalty. I've had that account for 20 years. You know, I always buy Microsoft products. I'm loyal. Next minute, it doesn't matter because like they'll just shut you out. Boom, that's it.
This is what you know.
Oh, like I'm just telling you. And instead, you're like hashtag trying to kill my husband. Like hashtag Bill killing Brian.
You gotta get t-shirts made. You need mugs. You need pens. Just be like in everything you post, just it quickly down there in the hashtags as well. Just be like Microsoft trying to kill my husband. Just keep mentioning it over and over again. That's how it works.
Wow, really? Watch this, Riri.
You'll be surprised because so many people will legit be like, "Oh wait, Microsoft are trying to kill my husband too," and then it starts to trend.
See, Bill killing Brian. There you go.
Oh
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Bill killing Brian. That's what he's doing. I swear to God.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I was not.
What are you doing?
I swear to God.
We're not getting to episode 15. I'm calling it now. we get killed.
It's not.
So perfect. That was a shock I wasn't expecting. I was like, look, there's a headline already.
That's it. I said it because I can create another one.
Oh my god, that was crazy. She just called him out just like that. She was like, yes, just like that. You killed my man.
That's it. Hashtag stop killing my husband. I'm telling you.
That's right. You're becoming an influencer.
Oh my god!
Oh my days.
See, we can go between the two. Bill killing Brian. Stop killing my husband. I don't know how to do this scroll.
So that's it. So then at the end of the video, be like, yeah, don't forget hashtag replay. Hashtag stop killing my husband.
Don't forget all the hashtags.
That's exactly right.
I give not. Oh my soul, that was perfect.
Oh man.
That was so perfect.
There you go.
What are you doing? Oh my god.
Well, Bill's just sitting at home, like, finally.
He's getting all his notifications.
He's like, people have stopped calling us killers, and then he scrolls through, and it's like, stop killing my husband, Bill.
He's probably thinking, damn, man, who is this Bill? This other Bill? He a bad dude.
We were free. What are you doing? We didn't do it this time.
You're giving all Bills bad names, other Bill.
That's it.
I think it's worse than using Microsoft software right now. They're going to turn around and be like, cut her off.
Cut it off.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh, that's
Oh,
funny.
that's great. Oh, geez.
We're not sure whether or not anybody else is enjoying this, but we're having a great time. So I'm really
We got 7 people. I think 3 people. Mate.
yeah, people are just like, you're all crazy. I'm out of here. But that's okay.
Man.
Oh, wait. I just realized Sharon asked about TikTok. TikTok is pretty much Vine. So like Vine took off and then had to shut down. So the idea of Vine, a lot more people became famous on Vine. So with Vine, you made a 5-second clip that just had to be intriguing enough that somebody, I think it was 5 or 3 seconds, but it was intriguing enough that people wanted to share it. So like people like, I think his name is King Buck, but like he became famous on Vine because he would do little skits. So it was great if you were like a comedian who had like little things that people would find funny and play off of that, and they would become famous. So now the new one is with TikTok. So I don't know if you've heard of Charlie D'Amelio, but she's like the biggest TikToker right now, and she literally is considered like a world famous dancer, which is a lot of dancers have kind of been offended by it because they went to school for it. They've been working their whole life to like do choreography and all of that stuff. And she literally got on TikTok and was like that. And they were like, oh my gosh, a new wave. And she got like, they live in the same house. They've moved everyone into like one house. They're part of like an elite TikTok family, kind of like the YouTubers. So what they do is when a social media group finds like a group of people who are like really big on their platform, they will group them together and make them do projects together. So you'll notice in a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of the people you see in the videos, you've seen them on their own separate channels. It's because they tend to kind of live together. So they have like Team 10, all that sort of stuff. So TikTok has the same thing, but they all kind of go on like retreats together. They do like little TikTok videos together, and it's become like a trend where they are expected to put out a certain video at a certain time to kind of catch the masses. So when the Savage Challenge came out, everyone was doing the I'm a Savage dance. So like everyone kind of jumped on that. But then what people are now finding is that there are discrepancies because white TikTokers tend to make it more than TikTokers of color. So it's like the I'm a Savage dance was started by like 2 black sisters, I believe. But there was no they got no what's the word, hype from it. But then when the white TikTokers started doing it, everyone was like, oh my gosh, I saw Charlie D'Amelio do this. and then it kind of took off, and it was like, why is that there? Like they put in just the same amount of work as well. So it's kind of like it's kind of popularity based. It's kind of down to, does your image fit what the social media image is trying to kind of put out? But like, yeah, everything, once you hit 1K on any social media platform, you're a person to look at. This is like with YouTube. YouTube won't offer to monetize you until you hit 1K.
Right. 500. See?
What it is.
Once we start with those hashtags.
Once these hashtags get going, that's it. We're going to have it. The hashtag, it's a wrap. That's it. They'll be 500. Just
Right.
Like hashtag take over. It's all a wrap. Like everything, like, and it's crazy because it's nuts to think that everything can be consolidated to a hashtag. Like you can literally put a hashtag out, and like people put hashtag perfect family, and it's crazy because people actually search hashtag perfect family. So it's like they're looking for this thing, and these people are like, well, we can show you what a perfect family is supposed to look like, and that makes them money. Because you also have that YouTube family who adopted a child from Asia, and he had like autism, and they knew it, and they became like YouTube famous because they adopted him, and they've just returned him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Returned him, yep. And they're still getting paid for the videos that feature him on YouTube. So like people are petitioning to have those videos taken down because they gave off this perception that like they're this great family who like traveled abroad, found this kid in need, took him in, and all of a sudden nothing. And like what's worse is they adopted him at a young age. So he became a citizen. So now the government is like, where is the child? Because apparently they can't find the kid. So there's like a whole conspiracy around it. Because they're like, where is the kid? You can't actually send him back to Asia because he's a citizen now. So where is he?
It's probably this here, like the hashtag. There's probably this stuff going on. Like this.
I don't want to say anything, but I'm just gonna say, read it right there.
That's it. Like I'm just the same kind of thing. Like it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like it's crazy how a hashtag can literally just ruin someone's life. Like it's cancel culture. It's basically hashtag cancel. Yeah. Which doesn't make sense because people have now kind of substituted actual justice for cancel culture. It's like, oh, R. Kelly doesn't have to go to jail. We just cancel him. Like, no. He needs to be under the jail. Like he's underneath that thing. But like, it's an odd thing. Social media and influencers, it's odd. It's very odd.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Miss Riri. We're going to wrap it up now because it's nearly an hour and like we'll just talk all night, which is so cool.
We're definitely getting you back.
We definitely
having me also special hashtag stop killing her husband.
Hashtag. There you go.
What's this? Hashtag. Screen. What is that at the bottom? It says Bill. Subliminal messages, they're being sent.
That's what I'm telling you. It's a thing. It's happening.
This is where you started now.
This is so great.
This is you, Riri. This is you.
Revolution will be televised.
Thank you, Miss Riri. Thank you to everyone for joining. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, she's gone. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much to everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that. That was a little. Actually, I'll get rid of. Stop killing my husband.
Yeah, we actually will make it to episode 15. Look, we're here. Everyone can see my eyes real red. I've been crying. Oh man.
So if anybody else wants to come on for a conversation, we know how to do it. Reach out to us and we'll bring you on. That because it's just about talking mess and having a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. So thanks for joining in. Make sure you keep an eye out for the hashtag, right? Because it's a revolution that's starting. I'm just letting you know. Go over and follow me on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram.
Subscribe to me on YouTube.
Turn on notifications.
Turn on notifications. Staunch Sisterhood. Listen, download, share, tag, whatever. This one. That one. There you go. Share, tag, and like. Join in on Tuesday. Yeah. Reach out to us if you want to be on, because we would love to have more conversations and have laughs and talk crazy and stuff. And now that I've figured out how to do the little ticker thing across,
so you figured it now.
I figured it out. I figured it out. Like we can just move.
So you got ready to come in. So you
no, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the thing across. This
banners.
the banners. I
Yeah,
did that, not
Did.
you.
You know what, mate? I'm proud of you.
That's mate. Thanks, mate. Like I know.
You-
I know Riri said it was fun. It was so fun. So we
Oh.
definitely want to do it again. We should have like a little extra show with we
should.
just bring her
We
on to
just-
talk
yeah.
stupid because like
Talk shit with
we can
Bess
just
on.
talk stupid and we
Brilliant.
can have more hashtags of
No,
stuff that we need more. You can never have enough hashtags, so we need definitely more hashtags. So if you want to see more, let us know.
Let us know.
Join in. If you want to come on as a guest, friend,
Yeah.
someone to talk silly with us, let us know.
Ooh, wait, before we
Wait.
go though,
Okay.
I think she does have her own Instagram.
Okay,
It
go on
is
Insta.
at,
Miss Genesis is on.
Hi, Rio Conversations. That's her Instagram,
Right.
and she also has a YouTube channel. So go over there, like and subscribe her. She's a brilliant human. I've known
Funny.
her for like I think it's like 10 years,
Yeah.
give or take, and every second she's been a brilliant human. So go and get on her Facebook, Instagram, follow her on YouTube. She has a lot of insight for everything.
You heard the stuff she talked about tonight. It was just brilliant. Like we
That
didn't
was
know any of that sort of stuff.
Nothing.
She's also very funny, and you'll kill yourself laughing at her stories because she's just
Because we did.
Yeah. None of this was scripted. We were just talking silly.
Just talking stupid.
So if you want to be a part of this as well, let us know because we would love to bring you on and talk silly with you as well. Because hashtag Talk and Mess is all about the fun conversation. So we've definitely got our Tuesday night show, but we might go live over the weekend. We're not entirely sure. But if you want to jump on, we can have a conversation. Sounds like fun.
She does.
Go and enjoy the rest of your night.
Be safe.
Take it easy. End the broadcast.